Well, hey there to me and whoever else. I'm obviously here to chat. It's been a bad morning, or afternoon I should say. As you know, my daughter is going to be in the 12th grade, and I've had a little bit of a dispute about volunteering. I think that it's a good thing for her to volunteer. I don't see what's so bad about it. I think that it's going to add some experience and some character and skills and everything to her college application and her job application and things of that nature. I think it's something that should be discussed with me. Anyway. I wrote down some things to talk about. And one of the things to talk about here, I wrote this freaking question. What do you do when the closest people in your life make fun of your system or try to tell you who you are as a system? Or try to tell the people in your system who they are, you know, or how they feel, or anything like that. What do you do? What can you do? How would you act? I don't like people telling me, or any part of me, who I am, how I am, what I am, anything. I'm there to help me. They have their own system to help themselves, or their own ways to help themselves. I'm part of my personality. I can't crawl into their head. Earlier today there was more going on about this question. I wrote it down for some fucking reason, and I don't remember now what the exact purpose of this was, but okay. Taking responsibility for your disorder, your mental disorder, anything in your life, even if you don't have a mental disorder, even if you don't have anything going on, you still have to take some responsibility for your own frickin' actions in order to learn, in order to grow, so you can be a more well-rounded, whole individual. I taped a hangout with Carolyn about this, but then it was all screwed up, so I just decided to do this myself because it's better. But she asked me a question of alters. Alters shouldn't have to take or not alters, but the core shouldn't have to take responsibility for what alters do. I said that wrong. The core should have to take responsibility for what alters do. But alters shouldn't have to take responsibility for what the core does. So, that's what she was asking me. But I think that in a way I can see that point, but in another way it's like, if you're all trying to heal and you're all trying to grow, then yeah, we should all take responsibility, period, no matter who's out. If they're grown enough to understand and to be more in that healing light. If they're not, then someone more able to understand and more aware can be in charge of taking the responsibility. But more than one part can take the responsibility for whomever, even if it's something that the core done. I don't know. I'm just throwing thoughts and ideas out here. I also talked about change your thoughts, change your behavior in relation to doing healthy things in your life and stopping smoking and things like that. So if you change the way that you think about it, your thoughts about smoking, and you replace that with something else healthy. And while you're doing that, you can think of a wonderful thought that's over time of doing that consistently is going to change your whole system around, your whole body, everything. And you can contribute that smoking to a bad thing, okay, I didn't like the smoking because it made me wheeze. That's bad. That's why I'm not going back to it, or I couldn't sing, or gave me heart palpitations. And now it makes me feel so much better. I can breathe, and I like the way that this tea makes me feel when I'm drinking it, and it's so much more healthier, and I like walking and all those things, so I put something else in its place. You got to put something else in its place. And if you don't want to gain weight, if you're going to stop smoking, then I suggest eat fruit and vegetables in place of that, and pretzel sticks are a very good idea. And then exercise because of the release of dopamine. But that's one area that I use that process in. I used it also to overcome a sickness that I went through. Some weird, strange thing that I went through. I went undiagnosed, but I used it for that, and then I used it to get over some of my OCD rituals, which is a behavioral thing. And I changed my thoughts to change my behavior about that, getting myself to realize that, okay, I can do this, and nothing bad's going to happen. If I do this, if I don't put my cigarette in this pack this way, or if I don't wash my hands so many times, I'm going to get some reward for this. I'm going to reward myself somehow for for getting through all this. And then I'm going to replace the thought with, nothing bad happened, just forget about it. Nothing bad is going to happen. It's all a trick of your mind with certain things. I think with DID it's all about cooperating. Getting your different parts to cooperate with you. And unfortunately, in some systems, there's parts that just want to hurt you. And for each individual, that's different. When I was really young, I used to do that. Self-sabotage stuff and have bad self-esteem and hit myself and all kinds of different stuff like that. And I did still hit myself and do all that stuff until probably 5 years ago. Until I started that healing process of getting to know me and wanting to cooperate, becoming aware and bringing myself to the front and wanting to guide me to a more well-rounded, centered person than this person that was basically lost and didn't have any direction and lonely. See, my neck does this, and okay, I don't want to drift off anywhere, so there was something else here that I don't remember what I was trying to say. Oh yeah, the awareness of self and then of many. Taking responsibility, we already done that. Okay, awareness of self and of many, like, I think I explained this on there, but I'm going to try to explain this right here, that is behind there under the wall. Okay. I'm aware of myself as Jessica. And then I'm also aware of myself as Fate, and aware of myself as Leslie, and Destiny, and whoever else. There's a couple in there that I'm not so aware of, but for the most part, I'm aware. So what I'm trying to say is that when I look into the mirror over there, I look into the camera right here, and I see myself, I know that there is somebody else here with me, looking through my eyes. So they're beside me as I'm still aware of me. So I hope that makes sense, because it's like I have a whole different way of looking at things. It's just hard to explain, but I'm sorry, I'm hearing all kinds of weird things. Hold on. Yeah, I'm dazing off a lot right now. But yeah, I'm aware that I'm me, but then I'm aware somebody else is here with me. And they're aware that they're them, but they're also aware that they're me. So then we have this whole sit-up of awareness. So then it's easier to see each other more as Jessica, but then we still see different parts of our own selves as well. If that makes any sense. It's like we're not really integrated, but we're blended, or we're co-conscious, or something like that. Anyway, that's what I want to talk about, and that's the end of this one. So I'm going to get out of here. Ciao, and chat at you later. See ya.